Good morning. Yo, this is going to be wild. I've got to go up the mountain now. Up there, I'm on the bike. But the bike is seriously loaded. I've got a lot of stuff on the back there. I'm definitely over 20 kilos. And it's supposed to be ready for 20, that back rack. So the front end is very light. I'm even taking my goggles off that I can see properly. But yeah, this is going to be interesting. But I thought you guys might enjoy watching this if I crash spectacularly. So yeah, let's try it out. Here we go. Oh. I should do my helmet up there. This could be interesting. Could be interesting. Okay. Like I say, it doesn't even want to stay on the side stand. It wants to fall over the side. Anyway. Come on, baby. Test out this first gear. First gear is excellent. Excellent. It's got so much, it's so slow, it's fantastic. But yeah, we'll sort out the idling. The idling's not right on this bike. Okay, let's try again. Yeah, here we go. That's awesome. Sure, that was wild, man. That was wild. That was crazy. But yeah, the bike can do it. The bike can definitely do it, no problem. The nice thing is because you're so low down, you can sort of just paddle up, going up the hill, and control it where it wants to go. You don't want it to fall down. But yeah, I need to sort out the idling here. I don't know why it doesn't want to idle. This thing must be adjusted up or something. Okay. This little motor's got plenty of torque, and that gearing is absolutely brilliant. And I mean, we are seriously loaded here today. Seriously loaded. So yeah, I'm very impressed with the bike. I think coming up here empty would be fantastic. No problem at all. But yeah, phew. Happy days, man. That was fun. Going down's going to be interesting. Ew, on those loose rocks. But yeah, anyway, it's an exciting start to a Monday morning. Well done. Well done, my little Yamaha. You did flipping well coming up that mountain. Damn, that thing's steep. And loose and rocky, and I was seriously loaded. But the bike made it. Everything looks good. Just got to figure out why it's stalling. Some adjustment on the carb is not right there. I need to sort out. Other than that, it's all good. So right, this week, plan of action, get this cladding done. Get the cladding done. I want to get all this cladding done this week. So yeah, I'm going to build a scaffold around this side. Scaffold around here. We need to move these windows. Get this piece built up. And yeah, I'll get all the other cladding. I think I'm going to do this section last for the windows. I'll do all the cladding around everywhere else first. Yeah, I'll come and do this section here. I don't know what the wind's doing this week, but yeah, looks like we had a little bit of rain here. Got some water on the cladding. See, this is what the wax is supposed to do. It keeps all the water on the outside. That looks good. That looks good, man. Oh no, this stuff got wet. Oh, we had a bit of rain up here. Okay, that's cool. So yeah, I'm going to start the cladding on this section here, and then I'm going to work my way around. So I'll get my saw set up on the table here. Beautiful day for it, man. Exciting trip up the mountain. I tell you what, beats walking, man. Yo, carry all that stuff today walking would have been a bit of a mission. So yeah, the bike is definitely helps with that, but yo, I feel bad, it's a brand new bike. And it's got, yes, I worked that clutch now, coming up here. That did fine, no worries. I'm just going to adjust the suspension on it. I think the back suspension is a bit soft. Adjust the suspension, sort out that carb a little later, get it idling properly. And yeah, then Friday we'll have some fun going down the mountain again. I'll film that for you guys. But yeah, before then I need to do some work, so let me get cracking here. Alright, there we go. Got myself some scaffolding. Gonna climb up there now. Start putting some stuff together, man. Okay, so closing up these sections to the roof was a lot more time consuming and challenging than I thought. I really didn't think it was going to take so long, but yeah, they were really intricate. You know, you had to firstly build the framework up to the roof beams, and then close it in a way that when you put the actual insulated board, the ISO board sheets on, that it forms like a tight seal at the top there, so you've got to be pretty accurate as to where you finish, you know. Obviously when you put the board on you can't scratch the board, so it can't stick up above the roof beams, but it's got to be like within a couple of millimeters of the roof beam, that there's no gap up there when you put the actual ceiling board on. Because yeah, we got an insulated ceiling board, and then you've got a brand ring, and then you've got a roof sheet. So it's
it's a little bit of a process, but yeah, so here I'm actually building up the section of framework up to the roof beams. Still fighting with this cold of mine. So yeah, this is the process, man, and you got to get this right. It's all got to be perfectly in line, and first of all, your roof beam's got to be in line when you start this. Otherwise, you build all this framework around a skew roof beam. So yeah, it was a bit of a process. Takes quite a bit of time getting these corners right as well, and then also figuring out how I'm actually going to do this roof, because one section of the roof has got to go underneath the other section, and then it's got to finish against the wall. So yeah, that is the process that I'm busy with here at the moment. But yeah, in the end it actually worked out nicely. It came out really well, so yeah, it was worth spending the time on it.
Okay, so it's now 4 o'clock, and it's literally taken me the whole day to do this panel. But it's done now, right up to where the ceiling board's going to be. You can see a little bit of light through there, but obviously you won't see that now once the ceiling's on and the roof's on and the cladding's on the inside. Yeah, so yeah, that was a bit of a mission. But I'm now going to wax this section, and yeah, I'll get it waterproof, so then I can move the scaffold tomorrow. Because tomorrow I'm going to move on to this other section here. It's a mess here with all the little bits and pieces. Tomorrow I'm going to move on to this section here and get this done. So yeah, it's coming on, man, it's coming on. But yeah, it's a little bit of a process at the moment. Getting it all done. Going to get up there now and get some wax on, and then that section is done. Yeah, and I can pack this lot up. It's not been a nice day. That's been cool, a little bit breezy. It hasn't been hot. See, it's raining over that side. It's raining over where the fire was yesterday, so maybe it'll put the fire out. Looks like there's some weather coming, so I better start getting this wax on here. I'll see you guys later. Good morning. Right. So this section is done. Just finished waxing it now. Now I'm going to take down the scaffold. And move it down the corner there. I'm going to continue with that piece over there, but I'm going to put you guys over here, because otherwise you're going to put the sun in your faces.
Alright, so the process of building scaffold. Taking old scaffold apart, putting it all new scaffold together again, getting all the levels right, moving all the beams across, making sure it's stable, that it doesn't collapse when I get up there. Yeah, it's a bit of a process. So yeah, it takes time to get up to these higher sections. But yeah, certainly not as bad as the last house I built there. I was double story, so that was serious stuff getting up top there. They had to have a double level scaffold, which was quite fun to build. But yeah, this one's not too bad. Yeah, we're pretty close to the floor, so that's great. In the front section, obviously, I've got a deck, so yeah, I can just either stand on the deck or just build a low scaffold on the front section. But yeah, getting all the cladding in. Yeah, it looks like it goes quite quickly, but yeah, these sections are actually quick. It's when you get to that top section where you've got to close in that triangle to the actual the ISO board at the top. That takes a lot of time. But yeah, yes, yeah, these went pretty well. But yeah, it was a long week of cladding, but yeah, I think I've broken the back of it now, so all good.
Right, so this is the progress for the day. It was a pretty miserable afternoon. The wind has been absolutely pumping. But yeah, it's taking time now to do all these fancy bits. But yeah, it's coming on. It looks alright. Tomorrow I'm going to do this piece here, that bit, and go around. But yeah, I was just figuring out how to close up the walls underneath the roof here. I think I've got it worked out now. Pretty windy, but it's pretty. Still got a fire. There somewhere. And there's a fire. Luckily the wind's blowing in that direction, so I don't know. I think it'll take a bit of time to get up here. But yeah, it seems to be quite a serious fire. Hello. I would say good morning, but it's not. It's afternoon already. You guys can see the fire down there. See the smoke on the horizon there. That fire's coming this way, man. But I don't know when it's going to get here. Hopefully it's not, but yeah. Right, so today was another day of cladding. Not terribly exciting. That's why I didn't want to do too much forward today on cladding. See the chaos here. It's just pieces of wood everywhere. All little cut off bits. See how this bit I finished up this morning. And I did this piece here. And this piece here. These have all got pretty complicated top sections where the roof, this stuff basically goes all the way up to the ceiling at the top there. So yeah, pretty complex. And this is the piece I just finished now. So yeah, it literally took me the whole day to do those 3 panels, the top sections of those 3 panels. It was, yeah, it's a lot of work. I've got a Rubik whistling at me here. Can't see where he is, but he can see me. So anyway, that's what got done today. 8 hours of graft gave me that. So yeah, tomorrow, that section at least, and then hopefully that section up to the door as well. But I don't know, these pieces that go up to the top here, they're time consuming. All 3 of these are time consuming, so I don't know, it might take me the whole day to do these 3 tomorrow. Very time consuming, and this deck needs to be waxed as well. I need to do that too. Today would have been the perfect day to put roof on. Absolutely still the whole day. Perfect. So I think next week what I'm going to do, I don't think I'm going to finish the cladding this week. I'm definitely not. I'm going to be ready to put roof on. If the wind doesn't blow, I'm going to put roof sheets on. If the wind blows, I'm going to do cladding. I think that's the plan for next week. That's, I think, what's going to happen next week. Because days like this I can't waste, you know. We're going to get the winter storms just now. Then we're going to have weeks of hectic wind and rain and all the rest of it up here. So while the weather's good, I'm going to try and get this roof on. It's pretty much ready for the roof now. I've got a couple little things I've got to modify. Well, the main thing is getting that section in there, that section in there, and that section in there. And then this piece of roof can go on. But yeah, it's a little bit complicated. And it takes time. And you've got to build scaffold every time. So yeah, it's a little bit of a mission. But yeah, it's coming on, man. It's looking good. The waxing's working out nicely. I'm doing 2 coats on wet. And it's actually working very nicely. So you put the first coat on, and just doesn't even dry. It sort of just soaks in, and then you hit it with a second coat. And then it gives it that beautiful matte look. I found if you let it dry and then put a second coat on, it gives it quite a lot of residue on the surface, which I don't like, and it stays sticky. So yeah, it's working out pretty cool, man. Right, I wasn't forget my plane here. This needs to go inside just in case we get some rain tonight. And yeah, it'll be very cool once we get this roof on. Super cool, man. And it's going to be a big house. But yeah, for now, I'm going to have a shower quick while it's still warm before it gets cold. See all the smoke down there, man. That's a big fire coming. And yeah, sort everything out in camp here. Need to get out the sun, but it's been a hot one today. Hot. Right, okay chaps, we'll see you in the morning again. Morning. The wind's pumping, so you're probably going to just hear wind noise. Anyway, just to give you an idea of how long it takes to do panels. I started this panel just after 7. It's now 10 o'clock. Did 3 panels, and that's only from halfway up. 3 hours to do that. This is incredibly time consuming because of all the little joints. And it's moving the scaffold, it's a process. But it's coming out nicely, it's looking good. I'm going going to do this piece here now. This section here now, it's got some throw balls for tea. And then that section there, and I think that's pretty much all I'm going to get done today, because that piece there is a beast. There's a lot of stuff in there. So yeah, that's the process. Beautiful day. Look at that fire down there, man. It's coming. That fire is coming slowly, but I don't think it will get here by next week. But tomorrow I'm going to start cutting some more grass for the weed eater. Let's get this bush further and further away. But yeah, that fire is a coming. Alright, so another 3 hours later, I'll show you what I've got done. Crazy how slow this stuff goes. I think up there that you can see. Here's the piece I did just now. This piece I started just after 10 minutes now. Takes a lot of time there to get this stuff done. I'm now going to move the scaffold. First I'm going to paint this. I'm going to move the scaffold across to there and continue with that section. But look at this chaos here, man. Just pieces of wood everywhere. Okay, so it's 5 o'clock now. The sun's about to go down. Beautiful evening. And I managed to finish this last piece. It was a mission. It was a serious flipping mission, but I got it done. Yeah, so tomorrow I just need to wax it. I'm going to wax the deck as well tomorrow, and I'm going to clean up around here. Clean up. That is the progress for the week. Doesn't look like much, I know, but it was a hard week's work. There's lots of intricate joints here. Lots of intricate joints, but I think I've broken the worst of it now. Next week I'm going to do roof and cladding. So if the weather's like this, I'm going to be on the roof. If the weather's blowy, I'm going to be cladding. That's the plan of action. Oh, it's coming on, man. It's coming on. Good morning. So I'm not cladding today. I've had enough of cladding now for a bit. Today I'm giving the deck some desperately needed love. It's had a sand. Look how beautiful this is. Check how smooth this is. Whoa, it's fantastic. It's had a sand. I'm now waxing it. Some of my Killer Bee decking wax. Look at that, doesn't that look magnificent? The walls I'm going to finish on Monday, Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever, we'll see. Next week I'm going to do the roof. When the days are good, the weather's good, I'm going to hit the roof. When the weather's like it is now, blowy, I'm going to do some cladding. So yeah, that's the plan of action. But yeah, for now, get some of this wax on. So this is some of my own creation that I've been making for probably, how long have I been making decking wax for now? 4 years, 5 years? Maybe 5 years. Purely because I needed something that was a little bit better than what's actually available commercially. There's not really much available commercially. There's oils. There's antifungus by Braemar Paints, which is actually a very nice coating. Sure, that stuff's all getting up there, man. It's getting expensive. It's like 1,000 rand a tin. And I use a lot of this stuff, so I decided a couple of years ago, you know, we in the bee industry, we honey farmers, we've got quite a surplus of beeswax. Why don't I try and make something that's got beeswax in it? Which is exactly what I did. Now, it's taken me a little while to get the recipe right, because there's quite a few ingredients in here, but I mean the main wax ingredient is beeswax. So yeah, it's probably taken me that 4 years. I'd say in the last year I've got it perfect. I've got it perfect where it soaks in nicely, it doesn't stay sticky, it dries within sort of a day. You've got to watch how many coats you put on, you know, you can't put too many coats on. What I've been doing on the walls is I put one coat on, and then immediately after, before it's even dry, I hit it with a second coat. And that seems to work very nicely because it soaks in. You get the volume going into the wall, but you don't get that sticky residue afterwards, which is what you don't want. Which can be a problem with beeswax, as it can be a bit sticky if you put too much of it on. But beeswax is a wonderful wax because it doesn't seem to break down with UV. It seems to last a very long time. And the other houses that I've built and used this on the wall, I've been back like a year later and they're still waxy, the walls, you know. And that's just with 2 coats. So it works very well. You obviously got to reapply it. I normally tell the guys once a year. Reapply it once a year, but yeah, it works very, very nicely, this stuff. I'm going to put you guys down here so I can get this front section done. So hopefully you can see me there. So yeah, the deck is getting some love, man. I was starting to feel it bad. It's been sitting in the sun here and it hasn't had any attention for a couple of weeks now. So I thought today is the day. I'm tired of doing cladding. I'm now going to do some deck work on my deck. And this deck is beautiful now. Beautiful. I've still got to do edging strips down the side here, finish off this front section. There's still a lot that's got to be done to it, and then obviously all the balustrades and stuff still got to be done. But that's the nice thing with a project like this. You know, if you get bored with something, you just move on to something else. There's lots of things to do. Not like you're doing the same thing day in and day out. So next week I'm going to hit roof. When I find that I'm a bit bored with cladding and the weather's nice, I'm going to do some roofing. Oh, this stuff goes on beautifully. I really have got the mix right now. So towards the end of the tin you get little lumps of beeswax in it. But that's not a problem, you just work them in with a brush. But you're straight out the tin like it is now, it's beautiful. Beautiful stuff. I haven't really started selling it commercially yet. I suppose one day when the demand gets there, but for now I use a lot of it, and my other mate Sean, he uses a lot of it. So we're at least appreciating the benefits of a good wax. Alright, there we go. Deck is done. Check out that baby. That looks so much better, man. That looks so much better. Okay. Took a couple of hours, but it's all good. At least I don't have to worry about the sun roasting it anymore. It is done. Cool, now I'm going to go see what's going on the other side, what the time is. Otherwise I'm going to come clean up a bit here, sort out my work site, and then start making plans to get some screws today. Let's take all these empty bottles home as well. These things I need. So yeah, that's the plan of action. House is coming on. House is coming on. There's my ride home. See how many of these empty bottles I got to get in, because I got to get other stuff in here as well. What's the mouse trap say? No mouse. I caught a tiny little mini oak last night. Oh, there's a camp. Everything's getting packed away. Yeah, let me start sorting everything out here. Heading back down this mountain. Must be close to 11 o'clock by now. Right. From the sketchy part.
Okay, so this section you probably can't hear what I'm saying because obviously I can't put a mic on when the camera's sort of fitted in this position, so it's a little bit of a mission. But anyway, I wanted you guys to see what it's like to actually ride down this mountain. Now this section here was just loose rocks. It's a it's a pretty gnarly section, man, and it's a lot steeper than it looks as well. It's steep and it's loose rocks, and these rocks are all, they're not round, they're sort of square, but even if you try to walk on them, you like slip and fall on these things. They're pretty gnarly. And they graded a whole section of the road, but they left this piece. This piece they never graded at all. And this was one of the pieces that we really battled with getting up when we were bringing all the timber up here. This is the section where we had to unload the timber at one stage and put it all on the side of the road and then ride up and then come back and fetch it like on the last load. So yeah, this section was, it was a bit gnarly. Once you got around this corner again, it had all been scraped, so the rocks were out the road, but there was like this loose powder dust here, which is perfect. I mean, when you're riding with knobblies, it's probably the best stuff you can want on your tires. It was great. So yeah, so the really gnarly sections from sort of from the first steep section up to that first turn, that had all been scraped. So this was actually beautiful coming down here now. These would have been the worst sections before, but actually now they're the best sections. So it's only that one section of loose rocks that's a bit of a problem. Otherwise the rest of it is perfectly rideable, I think, in my opinion. A little bit sketchy, but the bike certainly didn't have too many disasters coming down here.
Right, so that was that. Not too bad actually. I was expecting it to be worse. My arm's got a bit of a pump to work on my upper body fitness. But yeah, thanks guys for watching. It's been a bit of a disjointed week. A lot of cladding, not much filming. But yeah, I'm sure we'll get the rough idea. Whoa. And next week we'll see if we can get that roof on. That'll be cool. But yeah, thanks for watching and we'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.